Hey there. Hope everybody had a great weekend. Thanks for hanging on for a couple of minutes. I was working on a couple of things. I mentioned to you last week that we've got some huge news coming your way regarding this channel. So I was working on that and I got caught up, and so I'm a few minutes behind schedule, but it's all good. We're here. I hope that you are doing well. We've got NFL training camp news going on. We got Kings rumors going on. It's um, it's unbelievable. Wow, Ryan Sandberg. I didn't even see that. Did Ryan Sandberg pass? But that's not the way I want to start off the show. Yes. Oh my goodness. Wow. I got a Ryan Sandberg story for you. I did not realize that. I just got out of a meeting. Wow. The Chicago Cubs putting out that with great sadness, we share that Ryan Sandberg passed away today. I was the same age, 66. So I worked in Decatur, Illinois from 1984 to 1987 at an ABC TV station. And that happened to be an era where the Cubs were really good. Matter of fact, the last year I was there was the year that they played the Padres in that thrilling 5-game series where the Cubs won the first two and lost the last three, including game 5 at Wrigley. But anyway, Ryan Sandberg was, one of the best players in the National League and was a great second baseman. And Tommy Herr was the second baseman for the St. Louis Cardinals. And back then, I could do stories and sell them to two media companies, one being ESPN and the other called Sports Time, which was out of the Midwest. And basically what I would do is I would go do a story, edit it, put it on a videotape, drive it to the airport, and it would be shipped on a commercial flight. And I would let Bristol ESPN know that, hey, there's a package coming and it will land on this flight, give them the wave bill, and you'd be watching SportsCenter that night, and you would hope that Chris Berman or Bob Lee would go, and now for more on that story, here's Grant Napier. And that's really how it worked back then. And Ryan was always, he was polite, but he was short and standoffish a lot when you wanted to get an interview with him. Like, it was always hard to get an interview with Ryan Sandberg, but if you were persistent, you could get it. And I remember the last time I talked to Ryan, I was doing a story for ESPN on the best second baseman in baseball. Both Herr and Sandberg were MVP candidates that year, and they were both great. And I remember going to Wrigley Field and interviewing a couple of the Cubs. And I remember asking Sandberg for an interview before batting practice, and he said, no, get me later. And I remember walking into the locker room after the game, and Sandberg was sitting at his locker. And I asked him for an interview, and he kind of, oh, man, really? Do you have to talk to me? And I said, hey, I'm really sorry. I'm only up here for the day. I'll only ask you 2 questions. And he was, once you asked him a question, he gave you a really good answer. So I got what I needed. And we were driving back to Decatur because I was going to the Cardinals game the next day. And I was on I-55. And there was a sign saying I-55 St. Louis. And I told my cameraman, pull over, pull over, pull over. It's like, so we pulled over on the side of I-55. I said, get the camera out. And I'm standing on the side of the interstate in front of the sign that said St. Louis. And I did a bridge because you have to have a bridge. How am I going to get from the Ryan Sandberg part now to Tommy Herr in St. Louis? And I still remember this because Herr was having a better year. And so I told my cameraman, I said, start out on me and then zoom in to the I-55 St. Louis sign. And I'll never forget that. So I'm standing on the side of I-55 and I said, but to find the best second baseman in the National League, you'll have to go south on I-55 to St. Louis and Busch Stadium, the home of Tommy Herr. Perfect. And it ended up being on SportsCenter, and I was so freaking excited. Great stuff. All right, Dennis chiming in. All right. Are you still talking about rumors, Dennis? All right? You still talking about rumors? Dennis, you tell me what's going to happen. Yeah, Nick Kurtz, what a game, huh? What a game against the Astros. Incredible. Dennis, do you spend all day just going through all the rumors on the NBA or what? We've been doing this now for almost a month. It's almost August, for crying out loud. Come on now. Come on, Dennis. Let's get some facts here. Let's get the real stuff going on, right? Hey, Paul, how's it going with you? Love the rumors, right? Keeps everybody active and communicating on a bunch of nonsense. Yes. Nick did have a game, boy. It's pretty neat that he plays right in Sacramento and you can go watch him play. But seriously, I'll tell you right now, before it happens or doesn't happen, it makes zero sense, zero with a capital Z, to have Russell Westbrook play on your team. Like, what's the point of that? Like, let's say that Russell Westbrook's on the Kings. What does that do for you? What does it do for you? Nothing. And I'm not anti-Russell Westbrook, but like, aren't you trying to build a team that can be a playoff team every year? Why are you building a team with aging veterans to help you out for a cup of coffee? Like, what's that all about? That's not building a team. I'd rather have Devin Carter and see what he can do, okay, than have Russell Westbrook, who's going to be gone in a year. Like, what's that all about? Why would you want Russell Westbrook for a year? Even if he helps you move up two spots in the standings, so what? Did you see what the draft class looks like for next year? Give me a chance at winning the lottery. I'm sorry, but that's how I'm thinking right now. That's the only way you're going to get good. Doesn't make sense to me. Doesn't make sense to me. Can you get some props? No, you can't get some props. I'm not waving my pom-poms and handing out gift certificates because of a take that you had 4 months ago. You know what? And again, I say this in all due respect, Zach. It's called common sense, is it not, my friend? Like, why would you add a Russell Westbrook? You already have a 32-year-old point guard in Dennis Schroeder who's not going to be part of your future, right? Again, I don't understand that. I'll answer this. Do I think that the Kings want an entertaining team only, making it fun for a potential star to come play in Sacramento? I think your owner is delusional, and I think he thinks your team is much better than it is. And he thinks in his mind that if you can get a Russell Westbrook, you can compete for the West. Stupid. Stupid. Doesn't make any sense to me. And again, I'm not anti-Russell Westbrook, but what is Russell Westbrook? He's a ball-dominant guy. He can't shoot. Like, how's that going to work with the Sacramento offense? You already have a ball-dominant guy in DeMar DeRozan. You got Zach LaVine who needs the ball, right? You got Sabonis who needs the ball. How's Russell Westbrook going to fit on that? I mean, I know he wouldn't be starting, but still. You want a ball-dominant? I mean, how many guys do you want on your team? Seriously. Good one here. Is there any way we can have a meeting together with Vivek to give him some common sense? Go for it, man. Go for it. But it doesn't, I don't understand it. Seriously. I don't understand it. I mean, I keep hearing Russell Westbrook. Why do you think Russell Westbrook's available right now as we turn the calendar this week to August? Like, people aren't licking their chops to get Russell Westbrook. And why would a Kings team who's at the bottom of the West, let's just be honest, okay? Right now, if you the highest projection, the highest that I could give Sacramento right now is 8th in the West. I can't give him any more than that. I'm sorry, I can't. What does Russell Westbrook do for you? Doesn't make sense. I don't understand it. I really don't. All right, glad to have you with us here on If You Don't Like That. And I got some really big news coming your way. I'm not sure exactly when yet, but it's going to be sooner rather than later. And I think you're going to be very happy with what I have in store with Rhino and this coming basketball season and football season. I think you're going to be very excited. I'm very excited. We're working on a couple of final touches, and I think you're going to love it. All right. How is the Florida real estate market treating you? Would you love an inside scoop? Would love an inside scoop. I'm not the person to talk to about real estate. I rent, so I'm not the right person. There's the link. Get in on the program. Happy to have you. All right. Come on and join me right here on If You Don't Like That. The way things are going, the Kings will go after LeBron James and give up Keegan Murray next season. Getting my own show. Listen, I am just telling you, all right, that we've got big news coming your way. I would thought it might be this week. It's probably not going to be this week, but big news is coming your way. Just trust me on that. All right? Big news. I'm excited about it. Very excited. Rhino's very excited. We here on the channel, all right, we are pumped. Oh, do we talk about it? Yes, we do talk about the real estate market. It's not overblown on the news. No, it's not. Yes, we do talk about it. That since I've been there, the market fluctuates greatly. Greatly. Yes, bite your tongue. That's exactly right. Bite your tongue. I think you were ready for your own show, young man. Are you talking about Rhino? He already has his own show. I'm not young. I'm 66. You can't call me a young man. But yeah, we got huge news. Huge. I think it's huge. I'm pumped. I'm just working on a couple of things here. I'm also pumped about having New Works Plumbing. They are awesome. You go to their website or newworksplumbing.com, NEWWRXplumbing.com, New Works Plumbing. They've got a fix for you. Or you can call them at 916-713-1010. New Works Plumbing. They're awesome. They're available around the clock 24/7. New Works Plumbing. They've got a fix for you. Another week. And this is when things really slow down. We got NFL training camps and the injuries. Wow. Seems like every day you're just like, oh no, another player down for the year. You know? Wow. Just, you hate to see it. Grant, I am forever young, it says, and think that you paid your dues. I did pay my dues, and I'm happy you think I'm forever young. Yes, 3 more days until the Hall of Fame game. Now, you won't know anybody playing on the field, but it doesn't matter. It's still football. It is still football. Yes. All right, again, if you want to get in on the program, we'd love to have you right here on If You Don't Like That. Don't forget, tomorrow, 3 o'clock, the King's Court, Jerry Reynolds. Love it. Love it. Jerry's the best. Every week, Rhino on the King's Court, 3 o'clock with Jerry Reynolds. Great. It's a great show. Great segment. The only way I'm okay with Westbrook is if the Kings make no more moves. As a fan, at least there's a reason to go to the game and see a former superstar. If that's the way you look at it, that's fine. I'm not going to tell you how to look at it or how not to look at it. But, you know, at this point of his career, is Russell Westbrook really going to sell tickets? I don't know. Like Rhino thinks the Kings should make the Warriors happy and give Keon a cup, I feel we don't have to do anything to make the Warriors better. You mean to get Kuminga? Would I give Keon up? Here's what I like about Keon, and I look at his growth and his development, and I try to project where his ceiling is. I don't think he's close to his ceiling yet. I'd be very reluctant to give up Keon Ellis because he does things that this team really needs. And I thought offensively, he made good strides last year. I think it needs to be more consistent. So I'd be reluctant to give up Keon Ellis too early, the same way they gave up Tyrese Halliburton, although they did get an all-star, and gave up Davion Mitchell, right? Like, I'm not really on board with that. I'm not on board with that. I never got a chance to meet Hulk Hogan, no. The rumor is that the Warriors offered 2 years, $40 million, and he turned it down. I don't know even if Kuminga wants to stay with the Warriors. I mean, you know, Kuminga's got upside too. It's not like he doesn't have any upside, but does he need a change of scenery, or does he have character flaws which created the problems in Golden State that saw his demotion? You'd have to ask yourself that. You have to ask yourself that. When will I tell you about the huge announcement? I'll give you plenty of room when I know I'm going to announcement. It's not tomorrow, okay? I'll let you know. But I think everyone's going to be, well, I hope most people are going to be excited with the news. I'm excited. I really am. I'm very excited with it. I really am. Hey, don't forget about Sunrise Landing in Calusa. You go to CalusaSunrise.com and you'll get all the information at Sunrise Landing with the beautiful models to choose from. No Mellorews, no homeowners. Adjacent to the Calusa Golf and Country Club, this Blazona development project. That's Sunrise Landing in Calusa, I-5, Highway 45, Highway 20 will get you there. Go to CalusaSunrise.com and get all of the information that you need at beautiful Sunrise Landing. Good to have you here on If You Don't Like That, as we have the final few days of July, huh? How about that? Keon's contract and play is almost invaluable, says Paul. Pretty much. Yeah. For Grant to say he's excited, this is big, big, big news. I would agree with you on that. I'll take a guess. Scott Pollard joining the show. That's Scott with 1 T. Scott will be joining my show, but that's not the big news. No. That's not the big news. What I would like about Kuminga, says Arvin, is you could let Keegan slide back to the 3. Keegan is just not a 4. Yeah, I would like to see Keegan play the 3. I don't disagree with that. So where does DeMar DeRozan play? What do you do with him? All of a sudden he's not starting? Like, I don't think that's going to work. I mean, your starting lineup right now to me is Schroeder, right? Zach LaVine, DeRozan, Murray, and Sabonis. Now, that's right now. That could change by the time we wake up in the morning, but right now, that's it. You know? Anyway, we'll wait and see, right? I'm just not a rumor guy. You know that. I'm not a rumor guy. Even though it's preseason, excited for some NFL football on Thursday. I know, me too. Just means we're that much closer. James says he has a good question for me to answer. James, I will determine whether it's a good question or not. Just ask the question. I'll determine whether it's good or not. DeMar can play off the bench. Andre Iguodala, Jamal Crawford did it. Yeah, but they did it for most of their career. It's a big difference when you've been a starter your whole life, right? Like Jamal Crawford was always a 6th man for the most part. Putting Ryan on TV will make his smile light up the world. I hope you're getting a local show if you don't like that TV show. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, let's put Rhino on TV. Yes, good one. Yeah, put Rhino on TV. Absolutely. Get him some makeup. Gotta hate it putting makeup on. That's right. If it's not good, Grant might let you know. Oh, I'll let you know, all right. I'll let you know. Will DeMar and LaVine both be gone by All-Star break? You think someone's going to take Zach LaVine in that contract? I think DeMar, very good chance, but LaVine, boy, who's going to take him? Who's going to take him? Seriously. Here's one for you. If I could live anywhere else in the world for the rest of our life, where would it be? That's a good one. Either Switzerland or Thailand. I'd have to, a lot would depend on my financial situation. I love Switzerland. I love Thailand. So it would be either one of those. We're not broadcasting the Kings games. No, that's not the big news. Thailand, question mark? Yes, I would live in Thailand in a heartbeat, or Switzerland. Have John come over and cook for me under the Swiss Alps or on the beach at one of the beautiful islands in Thailand. The air is so much better in Switzerland. You are right about that. It is not even close. The air in Switzerland is just so nice. Very true. Very true. Very, very true. But you don't have the ocean in Switzerland. I love the ocean. I love the sea. I love islands. I love the tropics. You don't have that in Switzerland. So how about half and half? How about half the year in Thailand and half the year in Switzerland? How about that? Prime DeMarcus or Sabonis? I wouldn't take DeMarcus under any circumstances on my team. He's a destructive person. Why would I want that on my team? I need Montenegro. See, you said I read Montenegro has wildfires at the moment. Sad. I did not see that. That is sad. I do not like the NBA season tournament. It's a gimmick, and I don't like gimmicks. I don't like it. You know, tri-tip and beer and asparagus on the beach in Thailand. Just let me know where and when. I'll be there. Yes. Just do it. Let's go. I got many options for you with islands in Thailand that I've been to. That would be perfect for that. Perfect. You want Thai beer or do you want what kind of beer? You doing Singa? Singa Thai beer? I'm with you on this. Can't believe how many professional athletes are being investigated for gambling. They're not making enough money. I'm with you 100%. John says I'm on board, Grant. Say when. Yeah. Grant, in the NFL and NBA, has any team in those leagues ever won a title with a minus points differential in the regular season? I would say no without even, I would say not possible. But I don't know. Grant, I've been listening to you since I was in kindergarten and on the radio with my dad. Now I'm 37 with my own kid, and he enjoys listening to you on post-game shows. My dad is a huge fan still. Thank you very much. Give your dad the best, and congratulations on having your own child now and going through generations with me. That means a lot to me. Thank you very much. That's great. I assume you're receiving your Social Security pension. Don't overthink it. Embrace the digital nomad lifestyle and move to Thailand or Switzerland. I have not yet started taking Social Security. Yes, I opened up my show talking about Ryan Sandberg, and I'm very, very sorry to read of his passing, or didn't read about it. I was notified here on the show by one of our viewers. Just had a singer in Tokyo. That's not, it doesn't have a T in it. It's a Singha with a young lady this past year, and it was glorious, as was the beer. Singha, Singha, Thai beer. Yes. I am appealing my lawsuit. It just takes a long time. I don't know what else to tell you. Don't forget King's Court tomorrow. with Rhino, Jerry Reynolds, 3 o'clock, right here on If You Don't Like That. I don't really have a favorite sports movie, like one that sticks out above the rest. I have a lot. I thought Blindside was a great movie. I thought Brian's Song was a tremendous sports movie. Tremendous. And there are others that I'm doing this off the top of my head. Tremendous as well. I'm trying to think other sports movies that really stick out, but those are two. Brian's Song a long time ago, so I don't know how many people even know what I'm talking about. With Brian Piccolo and Gale Sayers. Great movie. Tremendous sports movie. Rudy, I thought was a really, really good sports movie. Do I think that Scott Perry eventually is going to make the Kings a consistent win team? I don't, but I'm going to give him every opportunity that he is entitled to show that he can do it. So I'm not going to rip him. I'm going to give him 3 years and see what he can do. But I know the constraints that he's up against, and I don't know if it's possible to have a consistent, good team with the owner who just can't help himself. Just not. Of course I'm right. Of course I'm right. It's Singa. Of course I'm right. Rocky still for me, good sports movie. I would agree with that. Good one, John. Brian's Song, a must see. Yep, Patrick's right there. Yeah. There's so many great sports movies. It's tough to just single out one, right? Did you like Field of Dreams? Is that on your list? Nice shirt. Thank you very much. My tailor, Bobby, in Bangkok, made this shirt for me. Thank you. Love Bobby. If you ever go to Bangkok, you have to go see Bobby at Raja's Fashions, and his son Dane and his father Raja. They're the best. They're the best. You want some beautiful clothes made, not just suits, shirts like this, golf shorts, whatever. Go see Bobby, Soi 8 Sukhumvit, Bangkok, Raja's Fashions. And the nice thing about Bobby, he goes to America now and he does what they call trunk shows, where he visits different cities around the country and you can visit them and pick out everything you want right there. And it's spectacular. So that's the place, Raja's Fashions. Bangkok, Thailand, the best with a capital B, the best. You know how you know how you can always tell if a business is good or not? There are other shops, other tailor shops right in the vicinity, and the owner is out on the sidewalk trying to get you to come into his shop that's empty. When you walk by Bobby's shop, there's nobody outside on the busy sidewalk. And inside his shop, it's bustling with customers. That's how you can tell when someone's got a good business. Yes, I do keep in touch with Mike Lamb. Great man. Love Mike. Great. Absolutely great. But that's whenever it's like a restaurant. Like if you have a bunch of restaurants together and you have one or two that are always empty and one that's always full, well, why do you think that is? Right? Like why do you think that is? There's a reason for that. Bobby's shop, always bustling, always with customers. And there's a shop literally about 8 paces away, always empty, with the owner on the street begging people to come in. My advice to him would be get a new location. I mean, come on. What do I think is most important for the Kings, Monk or Carter? For me, I think Carter is what Scott Perry values when he talks about identity. I would take Malik Monk in a heartbeat based on what I've seen from Devin Carter. But again, I don't know what Carter's upside is whereas Malik Monk's already very, very good? So that's a good question. But for me, I'm going with the sure thing. And I'm also concerned about his shoulder, which he seems to always keep talking about or rubbing. Good service, good food, and right price. Well, at Rogers Fashions, great service, great quality, great price. Hey, Bobby, I just came up with a slogan for you. It's great. What are the Lakers doing with LeBron? I have no idea. No idea. No idea. Again, don't forget tomorrow, 3 o'clock, Rhino in Sacktown, and I'll have Jerry Reynolds on. A lot of suggestions for best sports movie. There are too many. There are too many to name. Just too many. All right, so we've got the NFL on Thursday. At least there's going to be a game, right? NFL training camps. We've got, unfortunately, players going down like flies. I hate to see that. A lot of soft tissue injuries. We haven't even really gotten to contact yet. It's very, you hate to see it. You hate to see it. You really do. Any recommendations of golf courses in Oahu? I've never golfed in Oahu, so I'm sorry I don't. I could tell you in Maui, but I've not in Oahu. I've never played golf in Oahu. So I'm not the guy to help you out there. I'm sorry. I'm sure the people on our stream that could help you out, but that's the one area I have not golfed in is Oahu. I've never really spent a lot of time in Oahu. Only, I want to say 2 times, one with the Kings back when Jerry Reynolds was coaching in the 90s, and 2 days on another time. So I'm not the guy, not the guy. Best part and worst part about being the Kings announcer, there never was a worst part. Never. Many best parts, but there's never a worst part. Go Lions. Are we talking about the Hall of Fame game? Nobody cares. I mean, I say that, you know where I'm coming from, John. We're who cares who wins the game unless you gamble. No one cares about the Hall of Fame game. My best score in a round of golf was a 78. I've done that a couple of times. How do I feel about Jonathan Kuminga? I'm uncertain about Kuminga. I think it's a risk, but it's probably a risk worth taking. I'm not crazy if I have to give up Keon Ellis. I'd rather grow and develop and continue to move forward with a guy that I think can be really good. I'd be very reluctant. Kuminga has a potential about him, but there's a red flag or two that makes me a little nervous, and I'm not crazy about it. Sorry, I'm just not. Hall of Fame game is a tease. You know what it is, Patrick? It is a tease. You're right. And it is just, hello, everyone. Football is starting up. That's what I look at. That's what I look at. Great one, BJ. What happened in Golden State with him? Spot on. There you have it. I don't need to say any more. But that doesn't mean a change of scenery won't change things. Change of scenery might change things. We'll see. All right, so tomorrow you got Rhino with the King's Court. I will be back on tomorrow evening. I've got a lot of things I'm working on. We got some big news coming your way with the channel, so I'll keep you posted on that. And I thank you for all of your support. It means the world to me. You all are the freaking best. All right? Talk to you tomorrow. Thank you, everyone.